streaming, editing, whatnot for my desktop. But how's everybody doing this Sunday? Looks like we're up to 10 or so people in here now, so we're getting a couple more stragglers coming in. I was actually surprised how many we had last week for my very first stream ever. I think we had at most 20-some concurrent viewers. So it took a while. Wow. That finally just updated on my screen because I have another tab open with the live stream playing on YouTube, and that finally just updated. That's like 4 minutes behind. Hey, what's up? Way too fast for you. How you doing? And Ganesh Destroyer. How's everybody doing? How to enter? I pinned a comment at the top. It is the Crypto Mining Shed Update Day 10 is the title of the video. The link is in the very top. Just click on that video, post a comment on there, and just say something nice, whatever you want to say, and just do the YouTube comment picker like we do all the time, like Hobbyist and Panda and all those guys do. Just going to do something like that, and we'll do it at about 12:15 or so. Not take too long to get into it. Not going to make you wait until the end of the stream to give it away. And I'll try to get it, bang it out, and get it done early. Yep, Destroyer. That's the right title. Crypto Mining Shed Day Update Day 10. I went to, like I was just talking earlier, went through my videos to find one that didn't have any previous comments on it. That had 0 comments. So I'll pull it down. So this is the video here. As you see, as of right now, I didn't refresh it, but there's 0 comments on it as of here. Let me just mute this tab. Oh, it is already muted. Got a couple comments here already. So that's the video to go comment on. Pause that guy. And that's the video to go put a comment on. And we'll give, like I said, we'll give a few minutes, like 12:15 or so, and then we'll go through and draw it. So right now you got a 50-50 shot. There's 2 comments. So it won't be too bad. Give somebody a chance to win that and give it away. So, but in the meantime, figured just chit chat about like what I've been doing. Last week I was talking about I was mining Meowcoin, solo mining on Coin Miners, and I had a really, really terrible block. Oh shit! Sorry about that. Mute this freaking tab. Good God, was that loud? It's not even here anymore. God damn, was that loud? But anyway, I had a luck. Most recent, it was at 396%. Was probably my combined effort before, but it was another one that was like over 1,000. And I was like, yeah, something's going wrong there. So I did switch over to Wooly Pulley. And as you can see, that was on my first switch. I was on the pool, and I was on the 29th around 11 in the morning. And I ended up finding a couple blocks there actually in the pool, but then I switched to solo. My luck's been pretty good. 68, 90, 20. 179 wasn't the greatest. 8 was really good. 22 was really good. 177, not the greatest. 2% really good. 50, all that's doing really, really well. I already had a payout of 21 grand and currently have 17 waiting to get paid out. So I'm just smashing some solo blocks on my 1660 Ti rig. Just mining some Meowcoin. I'm just trying to get that up to around $1 million somewhere now. I think I have like 300,000 or something like that now. So it's not worth a whole lot, but I think it's currently worth like $70 or something like that. But get it up to $1 million, and then just pick something else to spec mine on and just mining that. Hey, what's up, Backwards? How you doing? And the other thing I noticed, I saw DJ announced it. I had the Ice River thing pulled up here. You think of this KS5L, 13 grand. A little pricey, but I guess $1 per hash. It's decent, but stay on there, you bastard. So, but it's about a third of the price of what the Bitmain KS5 is, but it's also about half the hash rate. So I think that's going to keep flip flopping back and forth. It's going to drive me nuts. But anyway, we'll get off of that. So I'll go over here and see what we got. I might have to refresh this because we got 7 comments. We got a 1 out of 7 chance so far. Not too shabby. So, any suggestions as far as what I should mine with my 1660 Ti's after I get my Meowcoin goal that I want to hit? I haven't really haven't mounted Neoxid that I want. Then I'll be getting my Meowcoin goal. Haven't really mined Chlor. I don't know what the hash rate that is. Hit Cortex and Raven this morning. That's cool. Actually, I haven't mined Ravencoin in a long time. Did it have a nice pump? Actually, I didn't even check to see what I have. Actually, I moved my Ravencoin from Zelcore over to Tangem. So it's been on my Tangem wallet. So you may pop in there and see what it's worth. Yeah, I have 11,000 Raven. That's like just under $600. Not too shabby. I'll take that. And I did take some Nexa hash rate yet. That's actually Nexa. I haven't mined Nexa. I did it briefly a couple months ago, maybe even close to a year ago. And actually Bugna, never mind Bugna yet either. Caspa, I have KS2 Dakota miners is like Doge or Caspa. I have 2 KS0s that are overclocked to 160 gigahash because they're the original KS0s, and I have my KS2. They're pull mining right now. It might even get to the point where I might even just put them all on in solo mines, but I'm going to try to get close to the KS2 breaking even, because as of right now, I believe it's only about halfway. Probably not even quite halfway. KS2 ranks. Yeah, it's only like 45% as far as. So breaking even. Concentrate. Those inline fan conversion kits worth it if you're keeping it in a shed. Yeah, the only reason I did that is to isolate the exhaust, so it won't just circulate back into the shed. Just because with the ASICs in there and GPUs during the summertime, it was getting quite toasty in there, and that's I just pretty much used those kits to exhaust them directly out into the outside of the shed, so it just wouldn't go get back in and recirculate. That's the only reason I'm using them. It's not really for the noise, because the noise I don't really have an issue with, because my neighbors aren't very close, so I don't have to worry about them complaining or anything like that. Although the S19K Pro is getting a little loud. Well, it was before I put the inline kit in that one as well, but like I did that too, just to isolate the exhaust. And then I'm also going to, which I still didn't build. A couple of videos ago, I built that little foam board box for that one. The first one I'm going to move is going to be the S19J Pro Plus. I still haven't figured out a solution for the exhaust hood, I guess you'd call it. You get like window screening and stuff like that to put over the hole, but I also want a hood to cover up so rain, because when the weather does come this way, the shed is essentially straight behind me at that end of the house, and when it does rain, the weather does come basically at the shed, so I just want to make sure I want to have any moisture and stuff and rainwater getting inside the hood, rolling down into that little box thing that I made into the ASIC itself. Although with the heat and the fan, I would think if moisture, like a small amount of moisture would get in there, it would probably evaporate pretty quickly. But I don't want to have any in there at all. So trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that. Noise reduction tips for a new shed build for mining and residential. Depends depends. Are you going to be running ASICs or just going to be GPUs? Because if you're going to use ASICs, those inline fan kits will help with noise reduction as far as that goes. Plus, it isolates the heat, and you get exhausted directly outside the shed. GPUs. I mean, GPUs aren't really noisy. GPUs and iPolos actually probably should be all right. These GPUs don't get too loud. I would think just the shed walls themselves should be enough to dampen it. And if you need to, which I actually did, I bought I don't know, 30 some of those little, I think they're 12 by 12 foam panels. Because I was going to mess around with them and maybe put them inside that little foam board box that I built to help reduce some of the noise if they start screaming. Just because I'm in the backyard over there, I could hear the ASIC fans on the S19s that are not on those inline kits. They get a little noisy, but the closest neighbor is up the hill that way. And then there is a house behind me, but the house itself is all the way over there. Their property runs here, unless their chickens get disturbed because their neighbor's chickens are running around all over the place. But which I think is kind of a good thing, because ever since they've gotten a bunch of them, the amount of ticks that I've had seen around and stuff like that, and all my dogs and whatnot, because even though they have like Seresto collars and stuff on them, every now and then you'll find a tick on them. Haven't really found many because the chickens will eat them, so which is a good thing. So I can't complain about that. But I know when to reduce noise, when I built that room in the basement, I just did 2x4 studs, 1/2-inch plywood for the walls, and then on the inside walls, I did use the 1-inch foam board, all on the inside walls, ceiling, inside the door panels. Because the door I built originally had like a regular pre-hung door, and that's what I used. That didn't seal up as well. So what I did is I made a plywood door with different hinges and stuff like that, and then had the foam board on the inside, and then foam strip around the perimeter of the door, and just use like regular latch that you pull over, and little bolt latches, I guess what you call them, or whatever they are. I use those to close the door, and you just pretty much had to put pressure on the door and then slide the latch in to close it. So it would compress the foam and kind of seal up pretty good. It still wasn't perfect, but it was better than the pre-hung door. But I kind of outgrew that room, and then that room was actually directly below my bedroom. So at night you could still hear the fans somewhat. It was faint noise, but you could still hear it, and so it wasn't super terrible. So but I didn't really mind it a whole lot. But that foam board does a pretty decent job of insulating the sound, and so I think if you use that foam board and maybe some of those foam noise reduction panel things and slap some of them around there, kind of like the hobbyist did in his shed. But hobbyist neighbors are much closer to him than mine are. So I didn't really mess around with a whole lot of those, but that's why I might not do a whole lot of those panels around there. I kind of just bought those foam ones just to mess around with the boxes and stuff. So I'm going to refresh the video. I just noticed it's 12:17. What we got here for videos? We got 19 comments on here. Where's the go to comment picker? So you refresh this guy. Get YouTube comments. Amount of unique comments. It says 7. There's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's a lot more than. Yeah. Let's try to. Let's get that out of here. Let's start this over and see if this works. Nah, there's more than that. I'm going to exit that out and YouTube comment picker. Oops, sorry to blind you. I'm just going to uncheck that. See if that does anything. There we go. So I don't know if it was something like that, but all right. Yeah, thank you, Sadie, for congrats on 1,000 subs. Thank you. Yeah, my goal was to hit it before a year, and I did it by like a day or two, which was nice. Say they went way too fast for you. Thank you for the congrats. I got a grow tent in the basement. iPolos 3 rigs. Yeah, the shed that's definitely the best thing I did by far. That was the best thing that I did as far as for the shed, because the issue I was really running into is I have central air in the house, and it was just sucking all the air conditioning down from upstairs down the basement. It was like a meat locker in the basement. It was so freaking cold down there, which was nice because I prefer to be cold anyway. But then I was just sucking it right out into the mining room and right out. So my AC, even if it was like in the 70s or so out, the house would get warm and the AC was running all the time. And that was probably just adding to my electric bill even more. So yeah, just getting everything out of the house into the shed was awesome. So it is so much better. And like the fiance didn't move in yet, but we'll be probably maybe sometime this year, moving her in and stuff like that. And I'm guessing, I mean, she knows I'm in the mining. She's perfectly fine with it. And then especially once she realized like how well things have been going. So she does not have a problem with it as long as she gets her shoe room. That's all she's concerned about. Oh yeah, if you were here last week, her phone, the phone was found. She apparently laid it on top of her dresser in her bedroom, and it fell off the back and was underneath it. So that's where it was. That's where it ended up being. So the phone saga didn't last too long. It was about an hour or so until she found it. But I wasn't almost to the point where I would have had to go up there and help her find it. But because she lives about 6 miles away from me. So I refresh this, make sure it's still at 19. Nothing changed. That's just 21. Why does this do this? All right. We're going to try it again. It's going to get blindy here for a second. All right. Now we're going to draw it. So whatever the comments that shows up, this is what we're going to draw. It shows 21. So everybody ready? Let's see who wins. Jack the Ripper 7727. You are the winner. Are you here? Nice. Congrats. Wow, I can't even type. Yep, I saw his comment. He's here. Rigged. It's funny. Everybody says when they don't win, it's always rigged. Man, 1190. All right. Could you email? Are you from the U.S., Canada, Europe, somewhere? Please be U.S. or Canada. No offense, but just for shipping purposes. Okay. Make it a little more challenging, but all right. When you have stuff shipped from the U.S., is it usually FedEx is the best way, or where does it usually come from? But anyway, well, I see log into your YouTube account, send me an email. The email is in the description below. Where is it at here? Yeah, ruskyscryptocave@gmail.com. And just do like a little screenshot of like you're logged into your about page, and send me an email, and then send me like your shipping information where I could send it out. Hopefully it's not too much more than $100. So you will be responsible for any duties. I'll try to put the value low at 50 or $100 or something like that. Because I think FedEx and UPS will cover insurance up to $100. So insurance would be included. So the we're going to read through all the comments here. I should just look at that. This one. So, yeah. Yeah, so Jack Ripper, just send me the email, and then we'll go from there and communicate back and forth and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it'll be. This is the GPU. I do have. I'm gonna move some shit around here. I was actually test fitting it in the box, but I do have this stupid camera won't show it. No, well, anyway, but I do have a box. It's gonna be the box that I received my Asus 4070 Ti in. That is what I'll ship it in. It fits in there nicely. So there's gonna be Asus tape and stuff on it, but it's gonna be shipped that way, and so don't be surprised if you see 8. I'm praying it gets there. I really, really hope it gets there. There's no issues, and we can track it all the way. And I didn't realize Panda was live too. So yeah, I just scheduled the other day. I scheduled it for noon, and I didn't see anybody else has scheduled. So I don't think my little tiny channel is going to take away too many viewers from Panda. So best day one was RX 480 from Panda. And let me hop on my phone and get my email. Refresh. Yep, you got your email. I'm going to reply to you here. Sorry about that. I'm just going to email them back quick. Or if maybe even DHL would be better to use for international. Might be, because I know every time I ordered, got like miners or ASICs or anything like that, it seemed like DHL was always a shipping company. All right. Just replied to you, Jack the Ripper. Oh, yeah, he's taking my view. Yeah, probably. That's all right. That's okay. So I didn't really need a ton. Didn't think there'd be a ton of viewers or anything like that, but I'm okay. I'm only a little small channel, so Panda's got what 230 some thousand. I do remember watching Panda. Him, Voscoin, and the Technicals were some of the first channels I watched, and I remember watching Panda when he was in a condo, and he had his I think L3 and stuff like that, and he had to rig right by the window and had the window open, and I think the L3 was on the balcony and all that stuff. So that was the old Panda days. So, All right, I see Jack the Ripper got my email back. I replied. That's good. So I can get this puppy, get her boxed up. I honestly don't even think it's all that dirty. I'll blow it out a little bit just to see if there's anything that comes out of it, but it really didn't get used a whole lot. So right now, how's the farm doing? Farm's doing well. I can give you an update on that. We'll go to Hive OS here. I still only had the 2 rigs in Hive OS. Just the 3070 Ti's that's on the lithium, and then the 1660 Ti's that are on Meowcoin. And then everything else is in MMPOS. Same thing, pretty much. I did switch it. For some reason, my 3700X rig kept crashing mining Zephyr and RandomX. It kept crashing. Sometimes it would run for an hour, crash. Sometimes it would run for 10 or 12 hours, then crash. And then I did have kind of an issue with my 2700X rig a while ago. It would crash kind of often on RandomX. So, but I mean, the motherboard's new. The only thing that's the same is the memory. So I don't know if memory is an issue, but it's low latency memory. I think it's CL14 memory that's in there, like 32 megahertz CL14, which I guess is, from what I read, was ideal for RandomX, but whatever. So I switched it over to Varus just to stack some more Varus coin. And I still have everything else on Zephyr. And then 2080 Ti's are still on Radiant, and everything else is still on a lithium. Because I'm still marching towards my goal of 5,000 lithium. I'm not quite there yet. Got about 800 and some to go, 850 or so to go. I'm approaching a payout probably either tonight or tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'm going to try to do, hopefully, I'm supposed to be 9 to 3 tomorrow, but work schedule might be changing. So I'm going to try to do the profitability video tomorrow. It's for April. Because today is the last day of the month. Let's give this a refresh. See what this. Ooh, the flashbang is. Sorry about that. Yeah, everything's still going good. I was hoping not to see a reload and have that one crash. And Meowcoin solo blocks is going good on Wooly Pulley. I was a little hesitant to use Wooly Pulley, like I said, just because there was that issue with Caspita and not paying everybody out, but it's been pretty damn good. Because I switched to it. I started mining full hash rate, hit about 2 o'clock on the 29th. So that was what, Thursday or Friday? Friday is when I switched over to Wooly Pulley solo mining. And since then, I pretty much mined 38,000 Meowcoins. I received a payout of 21,000 and have 17,000 sitting there. No. For its 5900X similar issue. My 5900s have been running fine. So as soon as I set them up, they just kept rolling. And I did like the auto tune thing in Asus BIOS, and I gave that a whirl at first, and then they worked fine. And they're right around 9,500 watts, somewhere around there, and just let them go. I think, let's see, pretty sure 9,500 watts. Oh, no, that says 146. Something changing. Jesus Christ, that's a lot higher than it should be. That's sucking more power than they need to be there. I'll have to go revisit those. Because I did have them on a Wemo device when they were kind of behind me on my dining room table, kind of eating the house. Now I have them over in a different area in the corner in my living room. Let's see if this one says the same, 140 some watts. Yeah, that one's 140 some watts. Oh, Jesus, mighty. Nah, that watts ain't right. It's not saying the 182 watts there. That seems ridiculously high. Yeah, that reads about right, 94 watts. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have to isolate them and put them on a power meter and just see exactly what the hell they're pulling. No. If they're using that much power, I would think the temps on those things would be a whole lot higher than that. No. And the 3900 is creeping up there, though. But, What's up, Robert? Yeah, Asus tuned for the win. Yeah, it seemed like it was working good. I don't know what the hell it's reading so high of power usage, though. But I'll have to mess around with that. Let's see. I'm gonna check my email, see if Jack responded yet. It's still going. Hey, Fuzzy Bear. Yeah, I kind of did the drawing already. Fuzzy, sure you did miss that. Jack the Ripper is the one that won it. It is right here. I said I was going to do it at 12:15, but I actually ran it 7 minutes longer than because we were just chit chatting and bullshitting. But yeah, Jack the Ripper won it. So now I get to package it up and ship it out to him. So I'm going to spend some time today going through and figuring out what's going to be the best, most cost efficient way to ship it to him. The closest DHL place is like over an hour away. So I don't know about that, but hopefully you get something with like FedEx or something like that to work out. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly how long I'll keep on streaming today, but probably around the 45 minute to an hour mark or something like that, or maybe less. There's only a handful of people in here now. There's only 4 people, so people might be heading out to watch Panda. So that's all right because there's only a handful of people. We can just go watch, and I'll go watch Panda too. So, because I have some time to kill until I do stuff with the family for the Easter holiday. So, hello, Raptor Mining. I haven't looked in. Let me mute this tab before I pull it up and have shit blown up on everybody here. Oh man, Panda's GPU mining Caspa Classic. I haven't messed around with any of that yet. Yeah, I'll probably do more live streams in the future. I don't know how often I'll do them because I think I need to watch time to get fully monetized on YouTube. I need to watch time of 4,000 hours, and I'm at like 3,100 or so. And I did notice the last live stream that did add about 30 to 40 hours to my watch time, so that will definitely help get there. And I'll just have to figure out different topics and be more prepared because I've been kind of going into both of these just kind of winging it, and I just kind of don't have any like script set up or anything like that. Just kind of going into it and pulling the farms up, talking about the farms, that type of thing. But I think I could get more prepared and do more stuff, and actually have like a better setup. Because right now I'm just using like a little cheap ass Amazon webcam that probably cost $20. It's the eMeet 2K something or other, and I know it wasn't a whole lot, but I do have a Canon 5D Mark III digital SLR camera that I know that records in HD and stuff, but I don't know, it's kind of a big clunky camera to set up, so I might have to pick up one of those Sonys because I know a lot of people use those and they have very good quality and stuff like that. It seems like they work out well for streaming. I have to get a capture card and all that stuff, so I just have a pretty basic setup. So until I start doing it more often and I need something better, I probably won't stream that often, but I'll do streams every now and then, maybe one every couple of weeks or so. And it'll probably be like on Sundays or Wednesdays or something like that, just because that's my days off from work. Just because every other day during the week, they're 10, 12-hour days. Thanks, Sadie. Appreciate that. Yeah, probably the longest playlist is the Crypto Shed one. That's where most of the videos go into that one. The whole channel's on a $50 phone. I know the first couple of videos I just shot. I know I shot my iPhone, as I did shot most of them, and then I bought. I don't know if you can be able to see it. It is the DJI Pocket 2. Basically it's basically like a built-in gimbal. So I've been using this and the microphone. I think that's pretty good. It shoots in 4K. I haven't uploaded anything in 4K just because 1080p is pretty damn good the way it is. And then plus the editing and stuff like that. Computer should be fine with it, especially now with the 4070 Ti in there and 64 gigs of RAM. Editing 4K video shouldn't be an issue. Never had any issues with the 2070 Ti and the 32 gigs of RAM doing 1080p. So I would think everything else should be fine too. So yeah, the Shed playlist has. See how many videos are on there. 75 of the videos are on there. Because most of the stuff is Shed related, if not all about the Shed. Like all the profitability videos. A couple overclocking ones, a couple one on the Epic control boards, 7 or so videos on the MMPOS. Profitability, I may have missed some because I've been doing them for a while. It shows I only have 8 videos in there, 7 videos on Brains. Helium, I do want to do an update video on Helium because I know my mobile Wi-Fi hotspots are not mining anywhere near what they were. I know I could get a better angle and location on the outdoor Wi-Fi one. I know that is hurting it. I need to get it up on a roof and point it in that direction, and that will give me better coverage, and I can get better rewards that way. The indoor Wi-Fi one, that one's just give me an idea. Let me get in the Helium Geek. Yeah, it only paid out 76 mobile tokens yesterday, which is awful. At one point, it was paying mid 400 range, 450 or so. And then the halving or whatever, the HIP 103 or whatever the hell it was, then it dropped to under 200. And then the last 3 days was under 100. And then the outdoor Wi-Fi spot, that one was over 2K a day, I think. And this was about 1,100 and then dropped to around the 400 mark. And then now is under 200. So yeah, the rewards on those hotspots definitely tanked. You see backwards is backwards, just reading his comments. Yeah. You get 60 more GPUs up and running on those cases and stuff. I'm tempted to buy some of those CMP 100, whatever the hell those cards are, but I haven't done it yet. I do have Octominers. I could throw them in and throw them in a Shed and stuff like that. Yeah. If I buy them, I'd probably buy a set of 8 just to throw them in an fill up an Octominer. I was trying to think of all the cards that are in a Shed. They're all 3070s, 3060 Ti's, 2080 Ti's. Yeah. Yeah, I love buying hardware too. I love messing around with stuff. The kind of tempted to. They're still sitting behind me over there. Just 8 gigabyte 1660 Ti's that are just sitting in the box, and can't run in Octos without modifications. Ooh, okay, didn't know that. What else is sitting there? Oh, my 5700 XTs. I have 8 Sapphire Pulse 5700 XTs that have been just like decommissioned, just sitting there for a while. Just I kind of replaced them with all like 3070s and 1660 Ti's or the 3060 Ti's and stuff. So The other rig that I have, the 1660 Ti's that I have running right now, are all EVGA. I don't know if they're XEs or what they are, but I know they're EVGAs. Yeah, I can't read the box because I'm kind of blind, but they're EVGAs. The boxes are right behind me. So I do keep the boxes for everything. Those are actually that rig. It's an 8-card open air rig, and they are in the garage. I'm just mining. They're the ones that are on Meow Pow. But they stay nice and cool in the garage in the wintertime. And even in the summer when it's 100 and some degrees in there, because it does get quite hot in the garage sometimes. They still run fine temperature wise. Hey, New England Crypto, how's it going? I know you watch Supercross and stuff, so don't spoil Supercross. I'm halfway through. I got done the first 2 races of the St. Louis Triple Crown. I still have the third race to go, and Twitter kind of spoiled something. So I did see something with Jet and Bam Bam, and but I didn't actually see what happened yet. What OCN 1660, what the overclock is. I had them core offset here for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. It's probably because I had the core offset there in the flight sheet. Core clock is similar to ETH. ETH overclocks a little bit. The core is locked at 1455, and memory offset of plus 500 is what I have on the 1660 Ti's. I was kind of messing around with different, and it seems like this has kind of been more efficient. It's been running pretty well. And software, the cards are 80, 83 watts at the wall. That one's on a Wemo device too, so I can pull up with the whole rig's pulling at the wall. $814. Let's see if you could. It's not going to work because the way I guess the background thing I have it's not working. But the whole entire rig's pulling 814. It dropped to 804 now, but it was 814. So it's about 150, 160 watts more than what HiveOS is showing as far as what it's pulling at the wall. And actually, I got to move that core offset. I think I had the core offset in there before because I never had the updated drivers. I think I was on the 470 drivers for the longest time on that rig. And the core offset did not work in flight sheets on a lot of the mining software. So I think that's why it was in there. And then, but I did update this to a more recent HiveOS, did a Hive replace on it and stuff like that, and had the more recent drivers. So I could probably take the core offset out of there and put it in there. Put the core offset in the flight sheet and see if that helps with power. But I mean, you see they're getting 17.8 mega hash, pretty damn stable as far for the hash rate wise. And actually, I can't complain. It's been hammering some blocks there on Wooly Pulley on solo. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 blocks on solo. So not too shabby. I did have some pull payouts and stuff that too, but I did hit two blocks on when I was pull mining as well. So, but 12 solo blocks, and then the rest is from what I just earned from the pull mining. But yeah, effort's currently at 200%, which is to be expected with all some of these low ones. Let's see if I can average out my luck. I'll throw this over into a Google Sheet. It didn't. That didn't work. It didn't format it correctly. It just dumped it all into one individual cells. I was hoping it would kind of put it as like a table in Google Docs. And thanks to New England. Yep, I said earlier in the stream, I had a goal. I wanted to hit the 1,000 subs before a year, and I got there by like a day or so. And it just the grind is going to be the watch time. That's the grind. Because here I'm gonna pull up this. Yeah, current watch time is 3,116 is what my current watch time is. So that's a grind. That takes a while, and I think live streaming is probably going to help it, because I think last week's live stream added like 30 or 40 hours to it. So maybe I'll have to do that a few more times to just keep hammering away on it and get that watch time up and stuff. Because I had a YouTube channel monetized back in 2012, 13ish. It was kind of my main YouTube channel about different like cars and stuff like that. And I was a salesperson at the time, so I sold cars and I sold Toyotas and stuff. So I did like walkarounds on certain models and stuff. And when the 2013 RAV4 was redesigned and changed, I actually got 150 some thousand views in that video. So that one did very well. And then once they added the 4,000 watch hour requirement and stuff like that, that's when I got demonetized, because I have like 1,500 subscribers or so in that channel. But I just really haven't. I made an attempt to put some other stuff out, but it keeps resetting. Yeah, but it's only for the last 365s. Yep. Yeah, I had that happen, because actually to change from, because I kind of watch it each day. It only, whatever video dropped off and was added, I think only 3 hours of watch time was added to it. So and I know actually July of last year, I had some videos that actually got over 1,000, 1,500 views or so in this channel. So that is some of those views will drop off at some point. Yeah, I think the big thing is just making videos and just keep doing more videos and stuff. And on days off, I probably should just record multiple videos instead of just doing one video a day when I'm off. And then I could record one and just schedule it and post it another day. Because I'll be honest, because I'm getting sick of the day job. I can't wait to get the hell out of the 9 to 5 grind. Or it's not a 9 to 5 grind, actually. It's more of like a 9 to 8 grind, 9 to 9 grind. And I would just like to, hopefully this crypto bull market can let me escape the day job, and I can just trade stocks during the day, hang out with my dogs, live off dividends, because eventually my eventual goal is, I was even talking to somebody in Discord that's actually from a similar area that I am, probably maybe 20 minutes away, and we're just talking about different things with sheds and stuff like that, and what our goals are with crypto and stuff. And my end game is get enough crypto to liquidate enough to buy enough stocks that will pay me forward 4% dividends or so, that I can live off of and make 5, 6, 8, 10 grand a month collecting dividends. So $2 million invested at a 4% dividend yield will get you roughly 8 grand a month. So yeah, that would be the ultimate goal. All right. Yeah. Happy Easter, New England. Talk to you later. Yeah, doing something like I enjoy. Like I kind of like messing around with like techie stuff, and kind of like working on, like, not necessarily working on cars, but messing around and tinkering with stuff. Kind of like doing that, like building computers and playing with stuff like that, hardware and stuff. That's kind of what got me into mining in the first place. And first of all, just seeing if I could do it and get one working. And that was with the RX 580s, and then it went from 1 to 2 to 6 to now I'm sitting on. I technically own 92 GPUs. 5 ASICs, and then 2 KS0s and their Jazzminer and stuff like that. So it is an addiction, and it'll be nice to be able to just live off of something a hobby that I enjoy doing instead of something that gets frustrating and annoying every single day and working for somebody else. So that's the ultimate goal. 3D print for ASICs 8 or 10-inch fan from my design should be done next week. Nice. You're doing like similar to like the ACM or the Fruition design kit type things for the for inline fans. Okay. Yeah, Backwards should definitely make videos too, because he's got some unique cards and equipment and stuff. And you're on 3-phase too there too, I think, aren't you? 277 volt. That's another thing I would like to do. I wouldn't mind adding another, getting some more power out to the shed, but I want to try to lock down a better, longer term supplier as far as for rate goes. Because last few months, ever since Inspire Energy, which was the same thing that like Hobbyist was using, and I think my first year in them was 2019, and pretty much every single year just kept adding more and more equipment, because actually the more equipment I added, the cheaper per kilowatt I was getting, because I was using more power. And they finally did away with their unlimited plan, so now it's been a pain in the ass switching suppliers pretty much every month. I'm currently on one for like 3 months, but it's like 11 to 12 cents it's going to be, and sucks. That electric bill stings when it comes. Probably going to be in the $1,600 to $1,800 range or so. But once the halving hits, I'm probably still going to keep the S19K Pro running, just at a much lower power and better efficiency. Some of the other stuff might be getting shut off. Now you'll have 430 amps available to use to fire up all those GPUs. Yeah, I think once the having hits and stuff like that, I shut down some of those ASICs. I may even build some open air rigs, and if the 1660 Ti's and the 5700 XTs are still profitable, I'll either build an open air rig and throw that out in the shed because I'll have the power available, or maybe pick up some different cards to build another like 30 series rig. Or I haven't messed around. I'm actually want to install maybe like FluxCore or something like that on this PC and see how the 4070 Ti does, because just watching Ovalbore's video, it seems like that thing does pretty damn good on a lot of different algorithms. So maybe get that thing running. I'm kind of interested to see how this rig will do on the FluxCore, Flux Benchmark, whatever the hell it is, for the proof of useful work stuff. Just get an idea, because it's got a pretty decent CPU, good RAM, fast RAM, and a pretty decent graphics card. So I would think it would do all right, but need to get more CPUs. Yeah, I thought about building some more CPU rigs, because Zephyr's been pretty stable for a while. Varus has been decent. Monero's okay as far as profitability, but not much, and it's still not much. But although Monero I mine majority of that on my RX 580s. Actually, that's what I mine the most of it on. when it was on Kryptonite, I guess was the algorithm that was on before. Yes, and I'd seen that backwards. And actually, they released some new features too. And I was actually going to do research and figure out exactly how they all work. And I was going to actually do a video on some of the new stuff that they released. I haven't really dived into it too much. It's actually here, changelog. Doesn't say anything here, but I just know I saw them in Discord that they did some recent additions to different stuff. Yeah, because this doesn't even say anything about Cubic or anything like that. Because I know they added Cubic as a coin. Yeah, I don't have any problems making content about it. It's just as far as committing to exact times of when I'll be able to do it, because it's sometimes when I think I'm going to be off, I'm not necessarily always off. Or like tomorrow, I'm supposed to be 9 to 3, but I think there's a good shot that doesn't happen. And I'd like to record a profitability video tomorrow, but I'll find out when I get to work and see how that shit goes. Nice, 17. I only have 4. I have the 3700X, 3900X, and then 2 5900s. And actually, the 5900s I have in a 8 GPU Veta frame, open air that I used for GPUs before, and I could actually probably put 4 motherboards on that frame, because I basically have like a Lexan plastic shelf kind of. Okay. As far as you can walk me through what the different changes and stuff are. Yeah, that might help as far as explaining as far as what exactly they do and things like that. Let me actually start Discord and open on this computer. Yes, I do. Announcements. All right. Backwards, I just saw your message in Discord too, going the same time live at the same time as Panda is. I think I had mine scheduled first. So he went live the same time I did. Yeah, the miner profile import and export via JSON files. Link miner profile with rig config. So you can now link a miner profile with rig config via coin using rig config auto switch menu. So I'll have to mess around with some of that stuff and see exactly how that stuff works. And because I haven't really messed around with any of that stuff yet or linked anything together and all that stuff. I do like the custom placeholders, because pretty much I know, like with Hive OS, I'd have 10 different flight sheets as far as for just like exactly, basically to have a different flight sheet for every different overclock I wanted to use for this 3070s, or constantly have to change them. Whereas now, like, you could just go in and edit the custom placeholder, and there's your overclocks are changed. And you can use the same miner profile for every single rig, and you just change the custom placeholder for each one, and then change your overclocks. So I do like that. So that part does work pretty good. I like it. Actually, looks 102. Holy hell! I'm actually over an hour now going so far. That's not too bad. Time flies when you're having fun and talking about hardware and stuff that you like. We need to hit a Meow coin block here soon. It's going to kill the effort, but realistically, only 2 of them in the 170 range, and everything else is sub 100. So I guess I can't bitch, but. Yeah, welcome, Deadwood. Were you in here earlier? I'll go back. Oh, no, that was Dakota Miner. And the Destroyer. Okay. back. I'm getting. All right. I think I'm going to call this one. It's been a little bit over an hour, and I'm going to actually go back to watching some Supercross because I got through 4 of the 6 races. So I want to go watch the rest of it before I go hang out with the family for Easter. So thanks for stopping by, everyone. Congrats to Jack the Ripper. I don't think he's here anymore. There's not many people left. But we'll do it again sometime. I actually have some other stuff to give away. I have a bunch of old. I like the mini Doge, something like the KD Box Pro. Like I could probably just get that stuff away, just because I'm not using it unless something like Cadane or Doge or Litecoin have super massive pumps. They're not going to be profitable anywhere close to profitable at my power rates, but somebody might be able to use them for just to get stack some coins up slowly. But yeah, thanks for coming by, everybody. Thanks for congratulations on 1,000 subs. Now we just got to work on that watch time and get that up there. And this one way to do it is keep doing videos and doing videos that people want to watch. So I think I'm getting a little bit better at it and talking on camera because if you would talk to someone when I was in high school, if I'd be doing this shit, no way. I always kept to myself. So, but Washougal, that is a bucket list place for me. I want to go to Washougal so bad. It's probably like one of those scenic tracks on the circuit. Actually, my ultimate goal is like not have a day job, be able to live off dividend income, and I want to hit every single national and every single Supercross. I want to hit every race every weekend of the year. That would be awesome. But because I've been in the motocross since late 80s, early 90s. I had my first bike in the probably early to mid 90s. Had a YZ80, and I've been in the dirt bikes and motocross the whole time. And that's another thing I could talk for hours about. And that's actually the computer that I'm streaming on now is actually originally built to edit photos and stuff. So actually, we could throw a link in here. This is a website that I have. Actually, I should have put the www. It's ruskymx.photos. It's like all the pictures I took at the different motocross races and stuff I went to. And I probably still have like 4 or 5 races to upload. And so the Hoffmans, yep, they're the ones that I believe they're the ones that own the track, aren't they? Yeah, definitely want to go there now sometimes. Like I've been to Unadilla, Budds Creek, Broome Tioga back in the day, Steel City back in the day, High Point, Southwick, and Redbud a few times. I went to Redbud. Redbud's a good 9-10 hour drive for me, but it's worth it. It's a cool track, just a cool atmosphere. I was at the Motocross of Nations in 18 and 22, which actually the hat that I have on is from the 22 Motocross of Nations. And when the hell I went to a national out there, I think in 21. So Millville is another place I want to get to. So yeah, but eventual goals someday I'll get there. But anyway, thanks again. We're gonna end this. I could chit chat for hours about motocross and supercross too. So good for them. Just don't bring any alcohol of all today's search rigs. Well, I mean, that'd be completely different than Redbud. Redbud's a booze fest. Yeah, Redbud's one big party. Yep. Take care, everybody. Happy Easter if you celebrate it. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.